And here we go. This is round 5 of Faden's Friday Fight Night, and I'm excited. I hope you are too. In this series, we pitch my patrons against each other in the ultimate epic battle simulator. Let's just pan ourselves around here. Now, I'm gonna give a quick intro as to what we're doing here and why, but also how we're balancing the units. And I feel that is important today because we're starting to creep into some more of a fantasy sort of weirdo elements. And I want to just reassure everyone that we're doing our level best to ensure that the fighting sides are the same and as balanced as we possibly can get them. So what are we doing? Well, we have assigned each patron a unit in the ultimate epic battle simulator. Here are the skeletons of Bavari, thank you very much. Bavarii, maybe? Thank you very much for being a patron of mine. It's truly appreciated. Here we have the orcs of Stanley Kiss, and we're going to talk about those in a moment. Now, what we're doing is we can have a maximum of 8 units against each other at a time. The winner of each round will go on to face the winners of the other rounds. The ultimate battle champion will get a $50 gift certificate for Steam. We are going to do things like this, maybe even Marble Madness or something like that, all of the time from now on, just as a way of having fun with my patrons and a way of giving something back to them beyond all of my maps and videos and things like that. So that's what we're doing. But how do we balance units like these Kangas here for this time represented by Cinema Jack, my husband, shouldn't even really be here, but I didn't say that friends and family could not play. That said, I'm not sure he's gonna win. Now, how do we balance them? Well, there are different stats that you can have in a game: block chance, health, damage done per hit, the range of your melee attack, the actual attack volume, hit points of the unit, that type of thing. So what we've done is we pitch them all against a control unit. We zero everything out, by the way, or we kind of just have a level playing field for all of them, but then we adjust their abilities and typically their attack speed until they're winning about 50% of the time against this control unit. I then go through and I pitch these units against each other, just one-on-one, several times until I'm satisfied that yes, indeed, they are winning about 50% of the time, and things seem to be pretty even as we can get it. The initial units, who they're assigned to, and the balancing comes from an independent person called Zertan, big shout out to you. Thank you for your assistance on this stuff. And after that, I just do some quick checks on my own, make sure that indeed everything is working out, and then we roll straight into the fight. And I literally have no idea anytime who's going to win. With the first round, or the first set of rounds, we're going to do this sort of graveyard sort of battlefield right here. It was sort of thematic with the skeletons that we've got, and then we'll swap it up. I always change the position of the units, and like I give them instructions to sort of charge at each other, just to make sure that every single time, every single unit has a fairer chance as possible, and no one side is getting any extreme advantage. This, by the way, this is from a mod called Halo Flood. This is Darren Morris Smith. Darren, thank you for being a patron, a friend, and a supporter. Truly appreciated. I know you wanted something Cthulhu-like. This is what I could get. By the way, in testing, these guys, not as scary as they look. Not as scary as what they look. And I'm going to come back to that in a moment. We should have a couple of other units here. We have the dwarves of Marco Montanari. Marco, awesome name, by the way. The dwarves hit like a Mack truck. So maybe Marco has a good chance right here. And then very quickly over here, we've got the Heavy Knights of Eric Tenkar. Eric, thank you very much for your news outlet, your independent news outlet about gaming, and for your professional friendship. Very, very, very much appreciated. Do we have anyone else? Yes, we do. Where is Mark Greenberg and his Spartans? Let's go over here. Here we go. So we have right here Nick Schweitzer with the Men-at-Arms, and there they are, the 2 units of Men-at-Arms. The Men-at-Arms are yet to win. When someone does win, they get that unit as they go on to the next round. So, but they always, like in the one-on-one fights, they're actually pretty stout. So I'm really surprised that they haven't actually come away with the W yet. Likewise with the Spartans, by the way. The Spartans of Mark Greenberg here. They have this wonderful sort of kick ability, the Sparta kick. This is Sparta. They tend to actually start off in a melee pretty slow. I don't know why that is, but consistently, the longer the fight goes on, the stronger they get. Maybe that's built in as an ability of theirs. Yet to get a W with these, maybe Mark Greenberg will get it. So, those are our sides. I have no idea how this thing is going to go. I'm going to hit start. Are you ready for this? Let's do it. Alright, now we'll do a little bit of cinematic occasionally. That Kangas, I explicitly told you to charge up the hill. They're completely ignoring my orders. There we have Montanari's dwarfs. Oh, there's the Spartans. Oh, they're already getting stuck in. Skeletons versus the orcs down there, and there's... Now, you see, that's going to be bad for Jack. That's going to be bad for Jack. His kangaroos have split up despite you telling them to charge up the hill. That's going to mean that they are outnumbered against Darren right now. There's Mark doing pretty well. And there's Eric Tenkar with the heavy knights. Looks like the dwarves have also kind of like maybe wrapped around them a little bit. The orcs hit like a Mack truck, by the way. They're very strong at the beginning of the fight. Look at those guys fly around. Do you see him go? There are the Snotlinks, as I'm going to call them, doing well against the Kangas. And it looks like Nick has managed to get himself surrounded somehow by the Spartans. That's an unusual turn of events. Eric Tenkar with the knights. Now, oh, you see, look, there's Jack's kangaroos. So they're charging up all on their own. Let's just hit pause. It can Scala slows them down a little bit. Let's just do... Oh, Marco with the dwarves. Very surprising. He's out already. Nick Schweitzer with the Men-at-Arms. About to be out any time. Wallabies, or Kangas, down to 47. Not a surprise because they did split up. Now we do have Darren and his Snotlings still over 150 troops. Eric Tenkar's Heavy Knights. The Heavy Knights are beasts. I'm very surprised they haven't actually won yet. Or in previous rounds. Looks like it's between them, and we've got Mark with 76. So these orcs have definitely done really, really well, but I think they're too underpowered at this point. Bavaria's skeletons right here, 69. Nice. Remaining, don't think it's gonna be enough. Up on the hill, it's really gonna be about now how long it takes Darren to actually get into the rest of the fight. It looks like they're picking on 2 poor little kangaroos. They're about to get massacred, I'm pretty sure. And then, where's the other fight? They're over here. Ah, now here's Mark Greenberg's Spartans running in. If it takes them a long time to actually get into the fight, that could benefit them because everyone else is going to be wiping each other out while he's still very much alive. Let's get back into this. Let's unpause and let's get back into the cinematics. Now, this is the other half of Jack's forces, but the split up at the beginning, it was really weird. But he's going to get surrounded from all sides. I think I saw Nick, the Men-at-Arms running in there. The skeletons in testing are pretty stout too, by the way. Here we go. This is Darren against Mark Greenberg, and the two of these are actually squaring off on my Facebook page, so it'll be interesting to see. Actually, I'm going to hit pause again. 1 second here. So we have Jack's remaining forces against the Heavy Knights, but the Heavy Knights are now surrounded. Oh, and it looks like Darren's forces split up. They've come charging down the hill, at least in part. There's no way they're going to win that fight against the Heavy Knights, but the Heavy Knights are fighting on 2, no, 3 fronts. Look at this. They're fighting the skeletons, they're fighting the kangaroos, and they're fighting the Snotlings. Meanwhile, we've got over here, Mark Greenberg, Spartans versus Snotlinks. Let's see how this one's going to pan out. Only because these two were really squaring up. Yeah, Nick is out. Stanley is out. Bavari with the Scales is out. Marco with the Dwarves out. Looks like we lost the last of the Kangaroos. Mark Greenberg, Spartans down to 58. But Eric, oh, look at Eric Tenkar's Knights getting really hurt. They did end up on a 3-front war. That's going to be bad for them. Darren with over 100. Is that going to be enough? And look, they're running in. They're running in from behind. Is the Sparta kick going to help? The Spartans always do better the more this weighs up, but they're down to 24 men. And they're getting hit from behind too. That cannot be good. This is going to be down to Darren and probably Eric Tenkar. This has really come down to the wire. But Eric Tenkar fought on so many fronts. Oh, this is looking good. This is looking good right here for the Snotlings. Because we have only a few knights remaining. Look at this. I think Darren took it. The way that these factions broke up and spread around, I think that's what swung it. It was a death knell for the Kangaroos, and the way that the Spartans then were coming in with just a fraction of the force against Darren there. Sorry, Mark, you got real close at the end. Eric, I thought you were in with a real solid shot. Strictly speaking, you came second. Darren Morris-Smith, fantastic job. Your Snotlings actually did better than I thought. The Snotlings in testing would start off like pretty good, but just like start to lose power for some reason, you know, the longer the fight went on. This time round, just the way things worked out, they took the W. Darren moves on to the next round. Everyone, I hope you're having fun with this as much as I am. Next week, round 6. Until then, love you all, and I will see you on the flip side.